Hey everyone! So, the agony of choice. We all face it in every day of our lives. You know, which car do we buy? Which film do we want to see? Which TV program are we going to watch tonight? But in this video I'm going to be talking about a different choice here. I'm going to be talking about the choice of either going to heaven or hell, as depicted in the Christian religion. Now this one really infuriates me, because going to hell is not a choice. You know, it's forcing you to choose heaven. It's forcing you to choose a specific option, because no one is going to choose the option that goes against their own self-interests. And for the vast majority of us, that is going to be in as less pain and suffering as possible. Even if it was a choice, which I don't think it is, it's sure as hell not a fair one. Now the theists say you have to believe in Jesus in order to go to heaven. Well, let's just say, for the sake of argument, that they're right. You know, do they really expect us to believe that there is an all-knowing God and He wants us to choose for ourselves? Spare me. You tell me we have the free will to choose whichever option we like, while God knows all along which option we're going to go for and where we're all going to end up. In fact, seeing as God apparently, or according to a lot of Christians, apparently lives outside of time, we're already there. Don't you feel happy knowing that your soul is already burning in hell for the simple crime of not believing in God while He sits up there in heaven not really giving a shit? Good thing He isn't real. On what plane of existence does that make sense? Can someone reconcile these two things, please? Either we have no choice where we end up, or God is not all-knowing. God says do this or go to hell. A loving God would not give us the fake choice between good or bad when He has already pre-programmed us with specific behaviours and morals. And He must have, if God has a plan for us. It's less of a choice and more of a foregone conclusion. We have made no effort in making this decision. It was all done for us by a higher power who made our brains, knowing that the way they were structured, we could only ever choose one singular path. Therefore, it was not a choice. Now, not choosing either of the two options presented to you still is an admission of rejecting heaven to those people that offer you this proposition. I don't think the equivalent of do exactly what I say or else get punished has any sort of validity to it. If it was, murderers could get off by saying to the judge, hey, I give this person a choice, either give me your wallet or purse or whatever, or I'll murder you. It wasn't my fault, they made the choice. Would any theist who was asked this question think that that was a proper choice? And don't say God can't change His mind either. In the book of Genesis, I'll find the correct chapter and verse and I'll put it in the crotch bar. God first says to Abraham that He won't destroy Sodom if He could find 50 righteous men. Right? But Abraham haggled, that's right, he haggled with God, saying, oh, what about if I find 45 men or 25? And He gets him down to 10 righteous men. So was God right the first time where He said 50, or the second time, or the third time, or what? Either way, it shows that God is not omnipotent. So what's a real choice? Well, to me, a real choice is two or more good or bad options for any given situation. They all have pros or cons. They all have things going for them, and you sit back, try to look at them objectively, and pick one that you think is best suited for you, or maybe even the people around you. And most importantly, you do not get punished for all eternity because someone does not agree with the choice that you made. And even forgetting all that I've said up until now, another reason why this would not be a fair choice is because the human brain cannot cope with making a choice that lasts forever. Every day we can change our minds. Every day we can make choices that, in most cases, we can change our minds for whatever reason, and that is our right. If we make a mistake with a choice we've made, we can try something else. This helps us learn more about the world and helps us grow as a person. Learning from our mistakes and trying better options is part of what being human is all about. When faced with trying to make a choice that will not change for all eternity, our brains just would not be able to comprehend such an action. It's unfair of any deity to foist this upon mortal beings. We have no frame of reference in which to put this concept of immortality into. Such extremes of options, whether all good or all bad, is something we don't face in the real world. Things are just not that simple. When being forced into making a decision between the two, we can only make one move, and that's even if this supposed choice had any sort of legitimacy to it. So this is why I completely reject the claim of there being any sort of choice about what happens when we die, and one of the reasons I could never be a Christian. It's just another contradiction laid down by the Bible that I've never heard a good answer for. And with that, I shall say cheerio. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and check my other videos out if you maybe you'll see something else that you like. Cheerio.